Hi, I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade, and today you are going to learn how to install the EM Scorekeeper on a Williams Star Pool. This instructions that I'm doing will work for pretty much every pinball machine. The biggest thing I suggest is always unplug your machine and know some basic electrical skills before you attempt anything like this. Because you're messing with power, and if you don't know how to do it correctly, you could do some bad things. So yeah, the first thing I would suggest is shut your machine off and unplug it, and then enjoy the video and see how it gets installed. Actually, how I'm installing it. I'm installing it slightly different than what Tanner shows in his videos. So you're going to get the basic install on how Tanner does it through Tanner's video. There will be a link below. And then you will see how I am doing more of a custom install to the game. Just because the DIY and more of a custom is a little different. So I kind of wanted to make it a little more hardwired in the game, but you don't have to do that. You can follow how Tanner does it, or you can follow how I did it. So enjoy the video, and please like and subscribe, and take care. Alright, first part of the EM Scorekeeper we are going to do is put this cord on. I actually cut this cord a little bit shorter because I want to route it so the cord hangs in front of my picture. This is the bar wood rail that runs along the inside of the machine. I want my cord to hang right here, so I'm actually going to route it this way, and we're going to solder it right on to the transformer. Now, one thing you'll notice about the cord, it's got a W right on here. Let's get you on the auto manual focus. Big side is always the W. The little side is the hot. So the hot would go to the 115 volts, which would be the black wire. And this is going to go to common. Alright, let's put you back on autofocus. So like I said, I am going to solder these directly to my machine. That's how I want to do it. You can clip them on, but I want to do more of a permanent style install. But the kit was designed for a typical plug and play installation, which is great. It's perfect. But I want to go that extra little bit and do a full style install. I want this to be permanent. But like I said, the kit was designed for a do-it-yourself or anybody to install this kit to make it really easy. I'm doing the more advanced route, which would be a direct install to the machine. Alright, we got those tinned. Now remember, I said this extension cord, the W is the giant wire, and you can tell here too. Let's do another autofocus, or manual focus. There you go. Side of this wire, see how it's got these ridges on it? And this side is smooth. That goes, the smooth side goes with the small side. The side with these ridges on it right here go with the white side. So that'll be hot. And on my machine is black. And in my common is purple on my machine. I will show you as soon as I can get autofocus back on. my machine right here. These are my black, which is my 115 volt in, and this is my common, and that's a purple wire. So I will be just soldering these direct to it. You're going to get bumped around a little bit, but for me to do this in front of you, it's a little hard to do it on camera, but I want to get it as best as I can for you guys. I need light. That's my problem. I can't see what I'm doing. There's no light in this area. There we go. I know I'm gonna block you, but I will show you when I'm done. To add extra solder to this. There's not a lot on here. This is hard to do. There we go. Actually, just desoldered my wire off of it by adding solder to it. Alright. That will be, this wire will be going right onto it. You get a better, I know I'm blocking you, but I will show you when I'm done. Alright, there's one wire on it, and then as soon as I'm done, I will move the camera so you can see this better. Hopefully I can get all down in there. This is another reason why I got this board out. Nope, I didn't do that good enough. I gotta actually add some solder to this. There we go. It's always easier to solder when you add solder. That makes any sense to you. Alright. A lot of people don't want to mess with it this way, but I do. I rather just have a straight, good, solid connection. I'm going to run this along this wiring harness here, down through there, and then like that. There. So now you can see how I'm directly soldered to it. Let me move my camera just a little bit. There you go. You can see I'm soldered right to the transformer now. Now I will get some zip ties, and we're going to zip tie this up. I have clear zip ties that I got from Harbor Freight. And we will be using those. I like as stealth as I can make things. was really stealth, I would get rid of this white cord and got a black or a brown one. I did advise on that in my communication with Tanner, the EM scientist, about maybe using a brown cord. It hides it a little bit, which I like, but if he doesn't include a brown cord, you can always buy a extension cord of your own, or like I said, I could get one myself. I just like soldering stuff, so that's why I soldered it on. But you can use this, the quick connection like he uses. Actually, probably a lot faster than just what I did. Yeah, you can see I had to add solder to it, and then when I did, my wiring fell off, so I had to resolder my power supply back on. Well, actually, not my power supply, my, what do you call it, my power wire. It's coming from the power cord. I had to solder that back on. And the reason why I got this board out is I just did almost a full refresh on it. I have to finish these relays yet. I got them finished, I just gotta take them off and clean them. Well, vacuum underneath. Now these I'll pull tight, snip them off. Is that it? That's it. That's how I'm going to do it. And that's why this cord, picture this as the inside of the cabinet where you got that hunk of wood, and then right here would be your change box. This is going to basically hang right over the edge, and I'll be able to plug my stuff into it. And that's kind of how I want it set up. Same with if the transformer was back here. I would have ran this cord all the way down the main harness and probably ran it over on this side of the machine. And when we get to that point of the machine, I will show you why I put it on this side instead of that side. Alright, let's get to the next part. Alright, we're on step 2 right now. Step 2 is we got to take this switch and add another switch to it. Take the original screws out. You can toss them to the side, keep them, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. But you're going to use this piece right here. This piece you will reuse. And let me get these out of my way. You got this piece of plastic here, and you got a new switch. So we're going to take this plate, put the new screws through the plate. Now we're going to take the switch and put the short leaf towards you. And now this plastic insulator is going to go on the other side. It's going to go through the original switch and screw it back into the board. Now usually with these original switches, if they go bad, a lot of these old Williams, these are double stack switches, which means there's 2 wires for the flippers, which would be this black and yellow one, and then there's these 2 real thin ones. You got 2 fat ones and 2 thin ones. These 2 thin ones are when you hit the button when the game's off. You hit these and it like turns the game on. That's what those are for. But I usually will just bypass them, and if the switch is bad, I'll bypass them, and then I will just twist them together. Now I'm just adjusting this switch, the new switch. So when I hit it, it moves the way it needs to move. Which is good. It's open now, it's closed now. Open, closed, open, closed. That's what you want to do. Readjust your switches. I do want to just move this switch a little bit, like that. And I'll just hand tighten it now. There. Alright, and then on this side, you put your black and green on this side, and on this side, you put your white and green. So it's mine are black and green. It should be here. Here. I need to crimp that one and make it a little tighter. Don't make them too tight, because then you can actually wreck them. I just want this one a little tighter. Which one was it? It was this one. There we go. No, I just want a little tighter. These vary when you buy them. Sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're tight. So you just squeeze them together a little bit. There we go. Now they're nice and tight. Both of them. Now I'm going to do a little cable management and tidy up all these cables, and then we'll get back to step 3. Alright, part 3 is taking this micro switch, hooking the red and green wires to them. Doesn't matter where they're hooked to, they just need to be hooked onto it. I got 2 different micro switches. I don't know what you would get. I got this one with the rollover, and then I got this one without a rollover. I'm going to use this one without the rollover because I can get it in such a great spot. This goes on the door, and when you push your coin eject button, you need this to get engaged to the door. Here you can hear it clicking. So that's where I want to put it, right there. So when I push that coin in, I get that click. So I'm going to take some alcohol and clean that off so I can put this switch in so it sticks good. Make sure it's clean, really good. No grease, nothing on it. See how dirty that was? I'll clean a little bit more. You don't want this falling off, because if this falls off, then your scorekeeper will not work. Alright, we got that. We want to make sure that this is nice and clean now and dry. Alright, we got our switch, which is right here. So I'm going to push the coin button down all the way. Take this off. I'm going to get that right there. And that's where that's going to live. You can hear it perfect. That's the switch engaging. Alright, we got that. So I am going to actually take these back off and wire it through. Ooh, and I just pull it apart. That's why you do it first. Thankfully they snap. Run your wires first, people. Get that through there. Get that through there. See, that's what you don't want to do. What I did. There we go. There. And there. Alright, that is wound real good through. My door closes good. That swings out of the way real nice. Yeah, I like that. My button works good. Yep. Alright, off to part 4. Actually, I screwed up. I made a boo-boo. I hooked the switches up to the wrong connectors. You will need to hook it up one to the bottom connector and one to this middle connector. Do not use this top connector because it will not work, and we will use an ohm meter to test it. So if I do it to these two and I push my switch down, I get nothing. You hear nothing. But if I go from here to here, that's what we want. So yes, not the top one, but the two lower ones. Use those on the switch. So yeah, my bad. But the best thing to do is use a continuity tester and test them how they operate. So like with mine, I get it on there and I have no beeping, but when I depress it, I get the beep. And that's what you need to do. Do the continuity test on the switch first. So we are good there. Alright, now let's go to step 4. Alright, the next part of our kit is you got to get this leaderboard in here. And this is the top. I have to put this giant display in there and keep it. Well, this is gonna be heavy, so I have some ideas. I'm gonna use a toilet paper roll and some really good duct tape to hold it. I need to, for these giant displays, there needs to be I think a little better way to attach them. He uses electrical tape in his video. I don't think electrical tape is going to hold this giant display. on, but I do believe some good old-fashioned duct tape will. Like some type of 3D printed mold or something, bracket that you can affix to it might be better, I think. I am not sure, but I don't know. I just hope I got it. This is the top. I'm guessing it is because of all the numbers. If not, I'm going to be pulling this apart really carefully and putting it back on there. So next thing is to put it in here, but I'm going to plug it into the machine and test it first to make sure I have this correctly, and then we'll get into that. Okay, I did verify I did put it on there correctly. So right, this, normally you'd put it on this side, but I wanted to put it on this side because I knew this was going to be heavier and I needed some way to mount it more securely than what I have right now. I don't know, this might work perfect. You know, the electrical tape, I mean the duct tape holding it down. I don't know, but I don't want to chance it. So that's in there like that. That's in there like that now. So now I'm gonna tape this to that. Like I said, yeah, some type of bracket, 3D printed bracket or something, may be a little more beneficial. I don't want to get it on the corner of the paper in case to remove it or tear it, you know what I mean? And good thing about putting on this side, there is nothing in the way of anything over here. So this I can put right here. It is totally out of the way. It shouldn't fall or anything. But if it does, there's nothing for it to fall back on. But yeah, Tanner uses electrical tape in his video. I'm going to use duct tape because I believe duct tape is really going to hold this. And this thing is secure. It is really, that's how secure it is. So I'm not even going to use the toilet paper roll I was going to plan on putting in there. Man, I can't believe how secure that is with the duct tape. This is solid. I recommend using this and then the duct tape just like I showed you. But this thing, like I said, look. It's not pudging or anything. This is solid. I like this. So yeah, we're going to use the duct tape. Alright, next part is getting to the machine. Alright, we're to the machine now. I did take my cords and zip stripped them together. So I'm going to put them up through here far enough so I can get this plugged in. The black USB plugs into this USB right here. This plugs in to here, and the green part goes the furthest away from the USB, which would be there, just like that. And this I'll go back into the game down to get my thumb out of there. That is now secure. So I'll take my game, prop it up. And let's not do that, let's just do this. We get one screw in here. And then another screw in here. Alright, that's solid now. I'm keeping instructions on this side. It doesn't matter what you win for balls and stuff like that. Alright. This I want to have drop into the middle. So I kind of want to, so I want to keep it away from the stepper. So what I think I'm going to do, I need to keep it away from several things. I think I'm going to zip strip it right here, like that. Cable management is a key part of getting everything to work properly and look good. There. So that's completely out of the way. As you can see, all my cords are right here, and this is how I routed it. I wanted to keep this cord away from everything. I'm going to put one more right there from the kicker. Keep that whole kicking mechanism isolated from this. If you do take the playfield off, you will have to cut these loose anyways to get at it. I do recommend some type of quick disconnect with this one. Actually, both of them. Well, yeah, a quick disconnect with this I do recommend for the white wire, because USB, I can just unplug that right here, and then the USB plugs into your cord, which is over there. But that's it, that's done. That is completely done. Now we will just need to make sure this routes down nice and neat inside the machine. Which it does, it's completely out of everybody's way underneath. We will move the camera. And you will watch that leaderboard. Let's turn the game off first. And when we turn it on, it boots up. And it actually says stuff on it. Zoom it in. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This guy says high scorers, 5th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So it does scroll through that. Oh, and also if you're wondering too, this is another product that Tanner sells. I got both of them on the machine because this is going to MGC so everybody can check out what we have here. We have the EM Attract mode, which is brand new. This has totally different settings on it. And we have the EM High Scorekeeper. So let's go through and see how it changes scores. I'm going to do a really super easy one. Alright, from what I understand, you hold this button down for 3 seconds. Enter initials. Ooh. G-A-L-M. M. Okay, my initials are in. High score. You start from the 0 on the right all the way over. So we don't get anything besides 0. So let's do 10, 2. We can back up to 9. Let's just do 9210. New high score. M&M score 9210. I know you can't see that very well. Let me see if I can turn off my lights. Yeah, that just makes it worse. I can maybe turn darkness setting things on my camera. There we go. Let's do it again. Hold the coin button for 3 seconds. Boom. Enter initials. Left and right flipper. Do it. M. Whoops. Won't go back. Hit the right flipper. M. I'm holding the right N. And holding the right down again. Oops. M&M. Okay, let's make a higher score than original. We don't use 0 because it's already there. You can't change it on an EM. 90. 790. And let's do 1. Easy high score to beat 1. And we'll get a 10,000. There, 11790. New high score. There we go. Isn't that cool? No third score, no fourth score, no fifth score. First score. See how that erased my my first, and then made a new high score second? This thing is killer. Yeah, and that is like solid with the duct tape. That is solid. I like it. I love it. And the EM Attract stops when you start a game. Throw a ball in. Alright, start a game. Well, we're on ball and play 2. Oh, I'm on tilt. I'm on tilt. I'm pushing my wiring harness. Dummy. When I moved the stuff around, I repositioned my wiring harness, so no wonder why I'm on ball 2. Dummy. I cheated myself. Let's let it drain. Game over. So let's do that again because I got my tilt going. There we go. Now we can actually play a game. Let's see if we can get a newer high score. Let's see what we got for that. And I have to change that because that is way too low for same player shoots a gun. But like that fireball right there, well, can't see it anymore. Let's just drain it. We want to get a new higher score. Okay, one more ball. Alright, we got a new high score, 28580. So let's put that in. Hold the button down for 3 seconds. 2, 3. Enter initials. Right flipper, hold it down. Okay. M. Enter button. Enter button is your coin return. M. Tanner, this thing rocks. Enter. My initials are there. New high score. We can't use 0 because EM always does that. We got 8. Come on. 8. 5. 5. 8. Oops. 8. And then 2. 28580. 28580. 28580. Now remember, I was 1 with what, 17,000 or something like that. So this one should erase number 1 and make it number 2, and then number 2 high score will be number 3. So when I hit enter, new high score. See, now there it goes, right here. 4th is nothing because we didn't enter any of those yet. 1st, see it? And then 2nd, and then 3rd. And we don't have a 4th and 5th in yet. So I'm going to put a link below on how to get yourself an EM Scorekeeper, because this is one of the coolest things since sliced bread for an EM. I know you got to manually put it in, but this is a do-it-yourself kit. So if it actually went by that, I don't think it would be such a do-it-yourself kit. I think it would be more of a advanced kit. If you actually, it would record itself automatically, which isn't, you know, feasible for everyone. But for this, using your flipper buttons and the coin return, this is a kick-ass product, and I highly recommend it. And I hope you guys support Tanner and get yourself one, because this is one of the coolest things that have ever been a thing. And also check out the EM, what do you call it? I can change the settings on it. Just unplug the jumper and plug it into different spots. Let's go to the back and we will show you that too. Might as well get both of them in the video. I only can go so far because my cord here. This is the EM Scorekeeper. I mean the EM Attract mode. That is your playfield light flashing right there. You can just move this to different areas. And they're each one like on a different timer. This one's really cool. Goes slow and then it speeds up really super fast. Reminds me of a black hole for some reason. You just keep moving and jump her around. I think I'll leave it on that one. But there you go, 2 products in one video. And they both hook up very easy. The track mode ties into the game over light, and you tie in 2 wires after the fuse for the GI lights. So you take the wire that goes from the fuse to the GI, you desolder that, and you put these 2 wires between it, solder them together, and then run them back up into the head, and then that hooks into that box, and then that box has 2 wires that go to the game over. So whenever this is lit, it immediately signals that box in the back to do this. So whenever you start a game, it kills it. So yeah, great products from Tanner. The EM Scorekeeper. He's got a different version too, which has a littler screen. I like the bigger screen. I felt it fit the Williams games better. The Gottlieb ones need that little screen because their apron cards they have smaller holes, and you don't want to cut up your apron card. Well, your metal apron, you don't want to cut that up. So I believe that for the Williams, you get the nice big one, and if you duct tape it like I did, that thing is solid on there. It's never going to move. So yeah, I guess you don't need any molded bracket with it, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt, but using some good strong duct tape like I did, that thing is hard like a rock right there. That thing is never going to fall off. So there's going to be some cool stuff here at the bottom of the video. Give me a thumbs up. Give Tanner a thumbs up. Give him also a like and subscribe. His link will be below in the description. Yeah, and take care, and I hope you're enjoying this game at Midwest Gaming Classic 2022, because this is here for you to play. So take care and later.